If you're new here, we're making a monster taming roguelike called Legacy of Pandora. It is inspired by Greek mythology, and you play as Pyrrha, Pandora's daughter, as you go out around Greece, collecting every monster that escaped your mother's jar. So you go out collecting these monsters, using them in battle to finally get rid of them forever, and in that way fix humanity and be redeemed and seen as a hero. This is the update for November and sort of like December as well. In this video, we're gonna be showing you a lot of content that's been the main focus of the last few weeks. A reminder that we're making a demo for spring 2025, hopefully April. When it comes to the monsters and the families, we have completed the snake family, where you have the base monster. The double-headed snake is a violence kind of monster, it's a base monster, and you can evolve it into 3 different things. As a reminder how the evolution system works, your monsters don't just level up after each fight, so you don't get experience and make them evolve. The only way for your monster to evolve is up to you, really. You are the one that makes it evolve through corruption. You need to corrupt your monster with evil points. Our game has 8 types: violence, greed, disease, madness, and a few others. And you need to collect these points through events and battles, and in that way being able to corrupt your monsters to edit and create the team that you want. So if you have the snake, double-headed snake, the base monster, and you want to turn it into a hydra, like this one over here, then you need to corrupt the snake with greed points. If you got greed points, you can get a hydra for your team. As you can see, each head is in competition with each other. Each one wants to be the dominant head. That's why it's basically a greed monster. If you want to get a Caduceus-inspired snake, the classic medicine symbol with the 2 snakes around it, like the sword with the snakes or the staff with the snakes, you need to use disease points. And if you want to get the Ouroboros, this symbol of destroying yourself, the eternal loop of biting your own tail, you need to get madness points. So that's the snake family. And the most recent one is the unicorn family. You got the baby unicorn over here, which is the vice type, and you can turn it into the classic Pegasus horse. And for that you need hope points. Otherwise you can choose the hippocampus, which is a fan favorite amongst our friends. And for that you need greed points. And the other 2 options, because the baby unicorn has 4 evolutions, not 3 like the rest. You got the headless horse, which you'll need death points for, and the Trojan horse, the classic Trojan tail of the horse being the trap to get into Troy. You'll need disease points for that. 4 evolutions for the unicorn, up to you to choose and create your own team, tailor your team based on whatever style you prefer for battles, more defensive, more aggressive. You're gonna be finding the stats soon enough, so you can decide what's best for your style. But we would love to know what you guys prefer. For the unicorn family, what's your favorite? And for the snake family, which one's your favorite evolution? Let us know down in the comments. As we said, for you to evolve your cacodemons, these creatures that we've been showing, you need evil points, and those evil points will mainly come from events. These events are scenarios that you're gonna be coming across through your gameplay, of situations you just go through in your adventure, in your quest. An example of that would be if you come into an area of farmers and you see an oracle giving a prediction, and the oracle says this town is gonna perish if you townfolk, farmers, don't pay tribute to the king of Arcadia, which is an area in Greece. And you can react to that. You get some options that you're gonna be able to choose from. Obviously, depending on the decisions, that's gonna be impacting the outcome. Like a lot of narrative games, that's a bit of narrative inside over here. And through those decisions, different paths are gonna be opening up, and those paths are gonna be giving you a final outcome. And with that outcome, it's gonna come points or items or other cacodemons for you to collect, different options, maybe even a battle is gonna be a result of your decisions. So if I choose to defy the oracle and say, you're a fake oracle, you're just a con artist trying to get money out of these poor farmers, the oracle might already have the influence of the people around and call me a heretic And if I want to get out of that, I need to either use a sorrow monster that I have to cry myself out of the situation, to convince them out of pity that I'm just an innocent bystander and I thought that the oracle was fake. Or I can choose to be violent and through that maybe trigger a battle against the oracle and the oracle's own demons. In terms of how the events system works in the background, like in the development side of things, it's basically a simple formatted file that describes anything that can be included in the event. Description, actions, consequences of said actions, etc. We don't have to code anything manually, like every decision doesn't have to be coded manually. Instead, we just upload the formatted document, a JSON file, and it generates the event itself. And I'm reading the screen because this is basically the dev OG describing what he does when he includes the events in the game itself. Some events might have requirements for you to make that decision. For example, items, monsters themselves, to make like how we mentioned, like the crying and you need a sorrow monster. If you don't have one, you can take that path. So the implementation of the JSON and with that the event interpreter looks into these checks, let's say, these requirements, and makes sure that the player can actually action them moving forward. We are moving along with some move animations that are going to be included in battle, so that's great. It just really immerses you in what an actual battle is. With that and a bit of polishing with the placeholder UI, we're going to be testing with friends in January, see what they think, now that we have a lot of the monsters down and a few of them with idle animations already, which is great to make them come alive on the screen. If you want to keep updated with what's going on, more like on a daily basis, we upload videos on YouTube Shorts and the other platform with vertical format quite often. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow along if you want to see updates pretty much every day. We've had a few asks to get a Steam page up and ready, so we are about to start working on one of the most basic visual requirements to set up the Steam page, which is like the thumbnail art of the game. So hopefully by the end of January, we're gonna have a Steam page for people to follow and keep track of for the demo in a few months.